I now would like to invite Dr. Gayathri Rajagopal. She's a director in JRK's Research and Pharmaceuticals, and managing research and development, manufacturing operations, new product introduction, supply chain, packaging, concept development since '98. A multifaceted, hands-on professional with experience in management of end-to-end operations and product planning in a research-based herbal pharmaceutical company. Keen learner and a result-oriented person with a passion to see the organization grow into a global enterprise and have contributed immensely to the spirit and growth of the organization. I would really be honored and pleased like to have Dr. Gayathri on board now. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Vanitha, for the wonderful introduction. And thankful to ASSOCHAM for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this esteemed panel for discussing globalization of AYUSH in Australia. So, a quick introduction about Dr. JRK's Research in Pharmaceuticals. I'm the director of Dr. JRK's Research in Pharmaceuticals. We manufacture research-based herbal medicines for autoimmune disorders like psoriasis, vitiligo, and we have also got products in hair care for dry skin and many other immune boosting and all that. So Dr. JRK's research as a company has been there for the last 30 years, and we manufacture predominantly Siddha proprietary medicines. So I was listening to all of you talk about products getting registered in Australia, and Dr. JRK's research is there. We export to many countries in the world, and yes, given an opportunity, we would like to be there. And yes, today I got introduced to Yasmin and Dr. Vanitha. Yes, when ASSOCHAM approached me for this program, they spoke so highly about the various activities done by Dr. Vanitha in Australia, and I think the space is now very clear for registering AYUSH products. So as an AYUSH manufacturer, definitely I feel that the first step would be the huge Indian and Asian diaspora which is living in Australia and their familiarity with the AYUSH products. So I think that will be a very good step for us to go there and take products like classical products like ashwagandha, guduchi, which are now very popular during the pandemic for immune boosting, and of course, Siddha products. I think you would have all heard about Elavembu Kudineer, Kabasura Kudineer, which became very popular throughout the world to prevent the pandemic. For the coronavirus, it was used, and for stress relief, ashwagandha was used predominantly across the world. So they are very good candidates, I feel, for registration in Australia. And of course, AYUSH drugs fall under complementary medicines. And one more thing I would like to say is Siddha is also an ancient system of medicine. So Dr. Sudipta was asking me to talk about Siddha medicine. Yes, like Ayurveda, it is a very, very ancient system of medicine which has got a lot of holistic approaches towards treatment benefits. And Siddha is also, like Ayurveda, can be a complementary medicine in treating many diseases. In fact, we have a lot of good medicines to treat psoriasis. I think during the inflammatory and remission phases, to use products in Siddha has been very, very beneficial to many of our patients across the world. So I think also diabetes, where a lot of treatment approaches are being accepted by people. I think products in AYUSH can really create a big difference to the patients and to their health. So I was going through the entire guidelines of the Department of Health, TGA Australia, Therapeutic Goods Administration Australia, about the registration of the products in Australia. We need to understand more about the guidelines, clear-cut guidelines. And if I think we can do all that, entry should be very easy. And I also read that TGA defines that it is very difficult to register products which have ingredients which are not defined under the listed ingredients schedule of Australia. And if the indication of the drug is a bit higher than what is allowed for complementary medicines like autoimmune disorders or anything else, I think it might take a longer time involved with the documentation to prove the therapeutics of the product. I would request Dr. Vanita and Yasmin King, who are here, to create the platform for Ayush manufacturers with the government of Australia and also advises as to which indications can be easily registered in Australia. Because as of now, we do not have anybody, but yes, I was listening to Dr. Dennis, and I think there are many people who are there to help Indian manufacturers to set foot in Australia. It would be a big dream for all of us to register our products, and also you need to help us, Dr. Vanita, to make sure that these products are also prescribed by you there, so that the products can be there in the country, and also we would be having a continuous and long-standing association with the country. So I think the efforts by you will be really, really appreciated by all of us in our country. So that is also there. And I also have some recommendations for the Ministry of Ayush and also from Ayush promoting bodies like our ASSOCHAM. So we must set up some nodal agency in countries like Australia, which offer rich potential for us. So we will be able to decode the guidelines and easily enable cost-efficient registration. Because when I went through the guidelines and also I looked at Yasmin's presentation, I could see that the cost involved is also very high, which could be on par with allopathic companies. So I think the cost factor also needs to be considered. So I think the Ministry of Ayush and of course our PM Modi ji, I think they should enable us to make sure that we register the products and the approval of the products. To register the products is not very easy. So I think for the approval, it has to be enabled. And of course, we request the Ministry of Ayush to get independent approvals from TGA for effective and well-known formulations. Like the single herb products of Gudichi, Amlaki, Ashwagandha, Guglu, so which have been proven to be effective from time immemorial. It is known very well by the Indian diaspora, and I'm very sure most of the Indians there would be using these products, whether they got it from India or elsewhere. These products would be used very well by the Indian community there. So I don't know, I also wanted to ask whether some products from India are registered in Australia, because I was trying to get some information from ASSOCHAM last week, whether any company has, Ayush company has been able to register their products in Australia so that we can take some guidance from them to register our products there in Australia. So that was one thing which I wanted to know. And we also want to know how we should standardize the raw materials, the ingredients, the raw herbs, which has been a very big challenge for the Ayush manufacturers, if you see. That it is very difficult to standardize the herbs. If we are given proper guidelines to standardize the raw materials, so it's going to be a very easy passage for us to register the products in Australia. So I also request the Department of Health in Australia to tie up with the health experts and consultants in India and advise them to enable the fast track approvals of proprietary medicines that have a long legacy in the country. See, so there are many products which have been there, proprietary products, very well known, with a lot of clinical trials which have happened, which are almost similar to what allopathic companies have done. So I would request them to just identify and help such products to be registered in Australia, because Ayush drugs are safe for long-term use without side effects. And there are good products which come with the preclinical and of course in vitro clinical trials, in vitro trials and clinical trials. And the biggest hurdle for Ayush products to register in Australia is to establish the safety of the ingredients as expected. I think the guidelines are very clearly defined that safety should be proven in a detailed manner along the expected guidelines. So that is also a very, very expensive and long drawn process. And we should also understand how the traditional Chinese medicines have been registered, because I think many of them have registered in Australia. So I think if in our country, if the Ayush manufacturers are given a roadmap to register our products, I think it's going to be very easy, because many of the Ayush companies with very good products are registered in many countries. Dr. JRK's research, for instance, we have many products registered in the UK, and we've been regularly exporting products, but we have found it a bit of a roadblock with Australia. So I also request ASSOCHAM and other Ayush promoting councils to conduct fairs, exhibitions, or road shows, so that we can showcase the uniqueness and benefits of our products to Australian businesses and entrepreneurs who might be willing to import the products, and encourage us to take these products because they have no side effects. And for many indications, I think they will do very well along with the modern medicines. So at Dr. JRK's research, we have a huge demand coming from Australia. Long ago, we have also sent products to patients personally, but we have not been, I think for the past 2 decades almost, we have tried our best to register our products in Australia, and it has not been very easy for us. And so I request the esteemed panel here to help all the Ayush companies to register the products. And I think Ayurveda is more popular in Australia from what the discussion has been all about. And as Dr. Sudipta said, yes, Siddha has got many good products. I think Unani, homeopathy. I think all of us come with our own uniqueness. So request you to help all of us to register our products in Australia. And I thank ASSOCHAM for giving me this wonderful opportunity to interact with our esteemed members in this panel. And I'm very confident in the next couple of years, many of our Ayush products are going to get popularized in Australia thanks to the efforts of pioneers like Dr. Vanita and Yasmin and Dennis Chang. I think many of you are there who are there to take up this initiative on behalf of the Ayush manufacturers in India. Thank you very much for the opportunity given to me. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Have a good day.